It is no surprise that Afrobeat is now global, given the strength and passion that fueled its growth. Most people consider it to be a very complex sound. Some says he is a little extra. He makes use of the sound to expose many lies hidden under sweet lines with his music. Not only did he steal the heart of every African but motivated the young generation to love the sound. He is no other than FELA Alukulako Kuti. It's your fave Dotterwares. Welcome to Top Niger Live. Today we will be talking about the man who brought Afrobeat to the world. Born Olufela Olusegun Oludotun Ransom Kuti was a Nigerian musician, bandleader, composer, political activist, and pan-Africanist. Was because we all know he is late. May his soul rest in peace. He was born 15th October 1938 and died 2nd August 1997, launching a modern style of music called Afrobeat, which fused American blues, jazz, and funk with traditional Yoruba. He is regarded as the king of Afrobeat, its source and founder. At the height of his popularity, he was referred to as one of Africa's most challenging and charismatic music performers. AllMusic described him as a musical and socio-political voice of international significance. Olufela was born into the Ransom Kuti family, an upper-middle-class family in Nigeria, Abeokuta, the modern-day capital of Ogun State, which at the time was a city in the British colony of Nigeria. His mother, Chief Fumilayo Ransom Kuti, was an anti-colonial feminist, and his father, Reverend Israel Oludote Ransom Kuti, was an Anglican minister, school principal, and the first president of Nigeria Union of Teachers. Kuti's parents played an active role in the anti-colonial movement in Nigeria. Most notable, the Abeokuta Women's Riot, which was led by his mother in 1946. His brother, Beko Ransom Kuti, and Olikoye Ransom Kuti, both medical doctors, were well known nationally. Kuti is a cousin to the writer and laureate Wole Soyinka, a Nobel Prize for Literature winner. Kuti attended Abeokuta Grammar School in 1958. He was sent to London to study medicine but chose to study music instead at the Trinity College of Music, with the trumpet being his preferred instrument. While there, he performed the band Kola Lobotis and played a fusion of jazz and high life. In 1960, Kuti married his first wife, Remilekun Taylor, whom he had 3 children, Femi, Yeni, and Shola. In 1963, Kuti moved back to the newly independent Federation of Nigeria, reformed Kola Lobotos, and trained as a radio producer for the Nigerian Broadcasting Operation. 1970s. He and his band Africa 70, featuring drummer and music director Tony Allen, shot to stardom in Nigeria during the 1970s, during which he was an outspoken critic and the target of Nigerian military juntas. In 1970, he founded the Kalakuta Republic Commune, which declared itself independent from the military rule. The commune was destroyed in 1978 raid that injured Kuti and his mother. He was jailed by the government of Muritala Muhammad in 1984 but was released 20 months after. He continued to record and perform through the 1980s and the 1990s. Since his death in 1997, reissues and compilations of his music have been seen by his son, Femi Kuti. Another beautiful fun fact, in 1969, Kuti took the band to the United States and spent 10 months in Los Angeles. While there, he discovered the Black Power movement through Sandra Smith, a Pakistan of the Black Panther Party. This experience heavily influenced his music and political views. He renamed the band Nigeria 70 soon after. The Immigration and Naturalization Service was tipped off by a promoter that Kuti and his band were in the US without work permit. The band performed a quick recording section in Los Angeles that would be later released in the 6-9 Los Angeles sections. Kuti set up a nightclub in the Empire Hotel, first named the Afro Sport and later the African Shrine, where he both performed regularly and obtained at professionalized Yoruba traditional ceremonies in honor of his nation's ancestral faiths. FELA also changed his name to Anikulapo, meaning he who carries death in his pouch, with the interpretation, I will be the master of my own destiny and I will decide when it is time for death to take me. In 1977, Kuti and Africa 7 released the album Zombie, which heavily criticized Nigerian soldiers and used the zombie metaphor to describe the Nigerian military method. The album was a massive success and infiltrated the government, who raided the Calcutta Republic with 1,000 soldiers. During the raid, Kuti was severely beaten, and his elderly mother, the first woman to ever drive a car in Nigeria, was fatally injured after being thrown down from a window.
There has not been anybody in this whole politics in Africa. Only 2 people have walked on the streets to follow people to where they are going. Nkrumah and my mother. What are you talking about? All this nonsense that you have hanging around here. They sit down in cars, man. This government threw my mother out of window, Mrs. Fumilayo Anikulapo Kuti, who fought her blood for this country on the streets.
The commune was burnt down and Kuti's studio instruments and master tapes were destroyed. Kuti claimed that he would have been killed if not for a commanding officer's intervention after he was being beaten. Kuti's response to the attack was to deliver his mother's coffin to the Dundag Barrack in Lagos, General Olusegun Obasanjo's residence, and to write 2 songs, Coffee for Head of State and Unknown Soldier. Kuti and his band took up residence in Crossroads Hotel after the shrine had been destroyed along with the commune. In 1978, he married 27 women, many of whom were dancers, composers, singers with whom he worked with. The marriage served not only to mark the anniversary of the attack on the Calcutta Republic, but to protect Kuti and his wives from authority false claims that Kuti was kidnapping women. Later, he adopted a ratio system of maintaining 12 simultaneous wives. There were also 2 concerts in the year. The first was in Accra, in which rioting broke out during the song Zombie, which caused Kuti to be banned from entering Ghana. The second was after the Berlin Jazz Festival, which most of Kuti's musicians deserted him due to rumors that he planned to use all their proceedings to fund his presidential campaign. Kuti's band was notable for featuring 2 baritone saxophones when most groups only used 1. This is a common technique in African and African-influenced musical styles that can be seen in funk and hip-hop. His band sometimes performed with the bassist at the same time, both playing interlocked melodies and rhymes. There were 2 or more guitarists. The electric West African style guitar in AfroBeat band is a key part of the sound and is used to give basic structure, playing a repeating cardiac melody statement, riff or groove. Some elements often present in Kuti's music are the call and response within the chorus and figurative but simple lyrics. His songs also are very long, at least 10 to 15 minutes in length, and many reach 20 to 30 minutes, while some unreleased tracks last up to 45 minutes while performed live. Their length was one of the many reasons his music never reached a substantial degree of popularity outside Africa. Kuti was known for his showmanship, and his concerts were often outstanding and wild. He referred to his stage act as the underground spiritual game. Many expected him to perform shows like those in the Western world, but during the 1980s, he was not interested in putting on a show. He gave them a performance. His European performance was a representation of what was relevant at that time and his other inspirations. He attempted to make a movie but lost all the materials to a fire that was set to his house by the military government in power. He thought about art and decided his own music should have a political meaning as well. On 3rd August 1997, Kuti's brother Olikoye Ransom Kuti, already a prominent AIDS activist and former Minister of Health, announced that Kuti had died on the previous day from complications related to AIDS. Now, Kuti has been an AIDS denialist, and his widow maintained he did not die of AIDS, meaning there must have been something else that actually happened to him allegedly. There have been rumors that while I was making research on him, I saw some rumors online stating that he said that it was after he left the NDLA office that he was never the same. His system started deteriorating from the inside. He was just not fine. His youngest son, Sheun, took the role of leading FELA's former band Egypt 80. As of 2022, the band is still active, releasing music under the moniker Sheun Kuti and Egypt 80. Kuti is remembered as an influential icon who voiced his opinions on matters that affected the nation through his music. Since 1998, the Celebration Festival, an idea pioneered by his daughter Yeni Kuti, is held each year at the New African Shrine to celebrate the life of his music legend and his birthday. What is tagged impossible is something we just haven't found the solution to. Fela made that reality when he birthed the sound we all are now madly in love with. Without Afrobeat, Nigeria has no sport. We have come to the end of today's video. I hope you learned a few things like I did when making research for the video. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section, and do not forget to like this video if you had fun. Subscribe to the channel so you do not miss out on any of our video. This is Top Niger Life, and I remain your favorite host, Wes. Stay blessed. Mwah.